roster for the day that he does take that over, and these are going to be the next crop of guys he's going to push over on the main show. So there are some potential guys down on 205 that he sees moving up and becoming main eventers and everything like that. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see, because also Vince is going to be moving forward with this XFL thing, and he said via his thing it's not going to be taking his time away from WWE. Now, the offices that the company that's going to be producing XFL is literally across the street from the WWE building. So it's not a problem for Vince to go from one building to the other. But again, when you're working on one thing, you can't be working on the other thing. And he said, it's not going to take his time away. And it seems like he's really going all in this time on the XFL thing. And I think, him giving this to Triple H now, it's little by little starting to happen. And there's going to be another tidbit that kind of relates into Vince seemingly little by little. He's not going to give it all up. Let's face it, he's not going to give it all up. But little by little, he's starting to kind of let that line out. And everything like that. So, look forward to some interesting things going on, not just with 205 Live, but at where it's going to go progressing from that. So, yeah. In the what the fuck, in a kind of a WWE spin-off news, but it has nothing to do with 205, but in the what the fuck, Shelton Benjamin put out an interesting tweet that Randy Orton went, what the fuck, man? At the end of this, Shelton Benjamin had apparently, as we know, WWE guys use, rental cars quite a bit. It's the standard norm. It's about as common as using your rolly bag, in terms of using your rental car. For some reason, he'd been using his car for a couple of days, and he decided to open the glove compartment, and in the glove compartment, he found a loaded gun, and everything like that. Good times. To which he and again, Randy Orton went, what the fuck, man? And he went, thank you. I forgot who he said he rented the car from, but he was like, apparently I've been driving around for days, not knowing this was in my glove compartment. Thank you so much, rental car company, for putting my life and my freedom at risk.
Seriously.
What? Isn't it standard practice, rental car companies, you're supposed to kind of check your car out and everything before you put them out there?
So, not all places do that.
But, to find a loaded gun in your glove compartment. Yeah. It was budget. Yeah, there you go. This happens when you go on a budget. But, hey, budget rental car company, we say...
A minute. What the
fuck? Thank God he didn't get pulled over or something, man. That would have been bad. That would have been so bad.
Actually, let me check up on the kid.
I mean, to his credit, though, the one thing that to his credit, if they opened up the glove compartment, he could have just easily been like, hey, fingerprint the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Fingerprint the thing. You're gonna see there's no prints on there of my own. And out of that, where the fuck did the gun come from? Who put it there? Was it a person from the company? Was it the previous person that rented the car? And then, dropped the car off and after that went, oh, fuck, I left my gun in the car. Could you imagine?
Thinking the same thing.
Somebody went, son of a bitch, I left my gun in the car.
Yeah, right?
Was the car rented before? And, this opens up a lot of, could there have been somebody rented a car, would have committed a murder, dumped the gun in the car? There's so many variables to this.
I know.
There's so many variables to this story. Okay, we're glad Shelton Benjamin did not get in trouble. Thank God, and everything like that. And I've worked with Shelton and met Shelton. Cool dude. And everything like that. And I got to... But, it's more so the other aspect of the story now, where did the gun come from?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted the story about the gun. I wanted the story about the previous person that rented the car that left the gun in there.
I know. See, most people
is there an unsolved murder here? What's going on?
Most people just forget their wallets. That's yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, yeah, I want the story on that. Mm-hmm. I want the rest of the story now. You can't leave me hanging. I need to know the rest of this fucking story. Again, who rented the car? Where did it come from? Is there an unsolved murder somewhere? Come on!
Mm-hmm.
Come on! That's on the other aspect of the what the fuck. What the fuck? I want to know the rest!
I know!
The unsolved mysteries of unsolved mysteries.
And we'll never know.
We'll never know. Alright. Now, pressing on with the biggest news coming out of Wednesday, we finally got our official Deadpool 2 trailer, where we saw Badass Cable, a lot of great jokes and everything like that, and if you were paying attention, Easter eggs, Easter eggs, Easter eggs. One Easter egg, as he's doing, is playing with the action figures. If you look in the back, there is an awesome tribute to Bob Ross in the background. Also, for those of you that didn't catch it, as he's sitting on the couch with Blind Al, the shirt he wears is actually an homage / Easter egg to Chunk from the Goonies, because he's wearing the same shirt. Also, there's a lot of, if you were quick to notice, Terry Crews was also in the movie. Yes.
Really?
When the plane opens up and you see Domino to his right, look to his left, you see one Terry Crews.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, it was like really quick. She spotted it, and then when we went Terry Crews, she went, yeah, Terry Crews. I backed it up. I was, oh shit. So yes, Terry Crews is in the film, so it's a matter of what character is he playing.
Oh, boy.
Also, the big group thing was, is this our first look at the X-Force by some chance?
Like I said, Terry Crews can be in the movie as Terry Crews, and it'd be totally cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
seriously.
It's Terry fucking Crews.
There was references to Toy Story. There was so many references and Easter eggs. Wade written on the feet of the toys was good too. But yeah, like, it's a matter of what is Terry Crews? Who was Terry Crews playing?
I don't care. It's Terry fucking Crews.
Yeah. It's a car. I don't give a fuck if it's the Batmobile. That's a really obscure reference. I don't know if anybody's gonna get that one. That's a really obscure reference. All right. And other news, minor, kind of WWE news, just involves a person. John Cena went on social media and announced he's releasing his first children's book called Elbow Grease. It actually has a cool little thing to it. 1 second, let me pull up the description for Elbow Grease. Okay, Elbow Grease is mixing John Cena's automotive affinity with the car, with the can-do spirit of Little Engine That Could. Elbow Grease tells the story of a little monster truck with big problems who decides to enter a demolition derby to prove his heart. The book is available for pre-order at Penguin Random House's website and will be available for release on October 9th.
Oh no.
What?
If he shows up at BookCon, I'm gonna shoot myself.
I don't...
Which one is that?
That's the littlest one. That's the tiny one. Brad Ryder, shirtless Terry Crews is all we need. Margaret, you might want to question your husband about that statement. Okay. This is bad. All right. Pressing forward with Thursday news, and of course, I'm going to save the biggest one for last on that, because this is where shit's about to hit the fan. We're about to get real on this bitch. Real stupid?
I'm sorry, I'm listening to the baby monitor.
How's he doing?
I hear nothing. I heard you. Through the baby monitor.
He heard me through the baby
Yes.
monitor. Awesome. All right, well, pressing on with Thursday news. To try to cash in on the popularity of the Deadpool styling of movies, it was announced that the Lobo movie is being pushed forward, along with possibly the assistance of Michael Bay. Thoughts?
Michael Bay directing Lobo?
Yes. Michael Bay explosions.
It might work. I mean...
After everything's done to Transformers, you're going to say it might work?
Well, you know how, like, the explosion and shit that Lobo could do, special effects.
Oh, yeah, see, but that doesn't mean he's going to be able to put on a good story. Again, it falls into everything that she said tonight about, like, is there going to be a good story behind it? Because a lot of people for a long time have been waiting for the main man to hit the big screen. Let's face facts here. Like, everybody's been waiting since, like, the 90s for Lobo to hit the big screen.
Why is Michael Bay so, like, still such a, like, why? I think he's so overrated.
It's kind of like James Cameron.
Yes, I feel he's so overrated, and I don't understand Hollywood's hard on with this man. I don't.
Michael Bay explosion.
I mean, in the same right, everybody else hates him, but everybody also hated Snyder, and then the minute his version of Batman whatever didn't come out, everyone wants to see his version because it's probably better. Meanwhile, everyone hated him to begin with. I just don't get this whole Michael Bay thing. I don't.
And a funny thing, Margaret just threw Brad under the bus. Hey, his man crush is actually Paul Rudd. That's awesome.
Paul Rudd never ages.
We actually remember the time one time we were out to Mexican food. We saw Paul Rudd.
Yes, we did.
We saw Paul. Yeah, we were. I used to take every now and again. We go to the city, and I would take Miss Foxy to a Mexican restaurant called Bendito's. She's no longer around. But one time we were sitting on the outside and walking by us, and even stopped like having conversation. Was Paul Rudd.
I should have said something because he's a Jersey boy.
And this was during his time while he was on Friends.
Yes.
And he was dating Phoebe. Like, yeah, it was actually around that time. And she was like, oh, and, of course, your sister got starstruck as she usually does. And everything like that. But yes, Paul Rudd, we actually did. And everything like that. In a bit of a shocker news, okay, it was talked about months ago, whatever like that there would be a standalone Joker film. And everything like that. And of course, it brought around whether, what's his face? Leto was going to be playing that and that. Turns out he's not going to be. They have cast Joaquin Phoenix to play the Joker for the Joker standalone movie. Now, great actor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt, great actor. I don't ever recall him playing a character quite like the Joker. In terms of the dark, maniacal side, I can his character in Gladiator had kind of those undertones of that for sure. Joaquin's definitely gonna have to lose some weight.
Oh, he will. He's a method actor.
He's a method actor, so yeah, he'll want to because the Joker is relatively, he is known to being thin, and like that. But Joaquin Phoenix, whoa, like that one came out of left field. That one really came out of left field. But I'm actually intrigued. I want to see what he's gonna bring to the table with this. I'm really, really intrigued to see what he's gonna bring to the table with. I mean, and the Joker is a challenging role. It's not an easy role to play.
Nope.
It is not. Even Mark Hamill has said that from a voice acting standpoint. When he finally got into that, he's like, it's not an easy character to portray. There's a lot of layers to that, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see. In a semi-related note, it was put out today that the 1989 Batman, the Joker was actually almost played by
William Dafoe. Right?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Okay, Jack Nicholson was great as the Joker.
He was.
Jack Nicholson was great as the Joker.
But Willem Dafoe.
But
yeah,
Willem Dafoe as the Joker, you guys so missed the fucking boat.
That would have changed the entire dynamic.
It would change everything.
Yes.
It would have changed everything. Because I think Willem Dafoe playing the Joker then would have been the Joker we have now. In just terms of that darkness and everything like that. And I'm not talking about the Heath Ledger thing. I just mean in terms of what Joker has evolved to in books.
Yeah.
I think Willem Dafoe would have really brought that out.
Oh, yeah.
That's more so what I meant.
He's a total weirdo, that man.
He can still play the Joker now.
And, he's got the look. Just structurally, it's there. Mm-hmm. It's already there. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it would have just been such a different movie.
It would have.
It would have been a different movie completely.
Absolutely.
Because, I don't think any of the lines would have been the same. None of it would have been the same.
It would have had a totally different level of just...
Yeah.
Now I'm sad that it didn't happen. I'm really sad.
Mm-hmm. I wish, if only. And I've seen a lot of Photoshop pictures of him as the Joker, and it's just it's dead on. Mm-hmm. It's completely dead on. Mm-hmm. So, if only.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's get the game on. We got the first teaser trailer. Oh, she's prepping already. For Venom.
Yes.
Again, it was everything I expected to see and expected not to see. It's called a teaser. I know social media was up in arms. A lot of people were up in arms. Oh, they didn't show the villain. They didn't show Venom. And like that. The only constructive arguments I will bring up was said by one of my friends, John Kerman, as well as Richard Phillips, and everything like that. They said, had they not thrown up the Venom bumper at the end, you would have not known it was a Venom movie.
True.
And that is true.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have not have known that was Venom at all. It looked like an action thriller, with some sort of weird moving thing in it. And I even came back. I says, it's the same thing with the New Mutants. You wouldn't know the New Mutants movies was a New Mutants movie unless they threw New Mutants at the end of it. You would not know.
Yeah.
You would just think it was some sort of psych ward thriller. And again, that's a constructive argument.
Yes.
I get that. But